introduce everybody to my guest on the show, Carlos Robles, also known as Carlos Galli, talking about the next upcoming show, Galli 500. Check it out. It's going to have a plethora of great Lucha Libre stars. You know, you've got Sam Adonis, who's going to be there. You got Mr. Iguana, who's going to be there. So many great Lucha Libre stars. Aramis is going to be there. So everybody check it out. It's going to be in a new location in Melrose Park. We'll get that information from Carlos, of course. And it's going to be on November 7th. They're going to do a pre-show thing just like before. It starts at 4:30, and then I believe 5:30 is the actual show. So Carlos, we appreciate you being on Pro Wrestling Force again.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, we're bringing the biggest rivalry right now in AAA is Psycho Clown with La Empresa. La Empresa is DMT Azul, Puma King, and Sam Adonis. Sam Adonis is becoming one of the top heels in Mexico right now, and we're bringing the biggest rivalry to Melrose Park. So I'm expecting all those AAA followers to come on down.
Definitely. I mean, you know, talk about how excited you were to have Galli Mania that just happened last month.
We haven't really done a big show in years, and that was like our coming back to the big time show. And I think it was when we got the people we expected. The show was amazing. I think people loved it. It went a little long, but you know, I had some fans complain. But at the same time, it was to make the fans happy. We actually ran we did like another meet and greet in between in the intermission. So the intermission went like an hour because the fans wanted to hang out with the wrestlers. So it was, you know, I'm not, let's take a little bit of the blame. I was trying to keep the fans happy. So,
yeah.
So at the end of the night, the show went a little longer than expected, but the meet and greet went longer than it should have.
Yeah, definitely, man. And what did you think of the main event? You know, when you saw LA Park, Mil Muertes stand in there, do you feel like these two are going to go at it again after that match?
I feel that I think everybody got a preview of what they're going to see at MLW because I think I beat MLW to that match.
Yes.
I don't want to say anything because I have a good relationship with them, but sure. I think that match is going to happen at MLW sooner or later.
Right, and I know Mil Muertes, he just won the Caribbean Championship.
That's why I expect it even more because I see that match happening in MLW sooner or later. It had happened in Mexico with Mil Muertes Mesias as me. Mesias, it happened at Triple Mania a few years ago, and that's why I wanted. It was the first time it's done in the U.S. I like to do a lot of the first. Like we're the first definitely to bring La Empresa and Psycho Clown together on one card in the U.S.
For sure, and not only another first you had, of course, was the first ever Galli Women's Championship crown.
No, we didn't. You know, there was a confusion because our announcer confused everybody.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to present the belt, and he made it sound like it was for the belt. The belt is still sitting in my in my locker, and it's going to sit there until we're ready to have the tournament. Right now, we're starting to add more girls to the to come work for Galli. At the last show, we had Roxy from Ring of Honor. Blair Onyx has become a regular. Sky Blue came back after a little bit of a 2-month hiatus while she was doing her AEW thing. And so we're trying to add more and more women. Actually, we had Dulce de Amante coming for Galli 500. She hurt her collarbone, which she just sent me a video apologizing to the fans, which will be going up either tonight or tomorrow morning. So we've been adding more women to the roster. The belt will probably happen sometime in 2022. It was more of a presentation of the belt. We've never had a women's champion, so I think you can't just give it out. It's got to be earned.
No, I definitely, and that's what I meant is that we saw the belt and everything. I know that no one was crowned the champion.
Confused. I can see how you got confused. A lot of people got confused. The way, and I'm blaming Angel because the way he announced it, it was kind of confusing.
Yeah, no, I got you for sure. Now that's something to look forward to in Galli. You guys got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have an all women's show one of these days. We've never done that.
Who would you love to have that you haven't had yet as a women's wrestler? Like I know you talked about Alex Gracia. I know Miranda Alize. Those are two you've mentioned to me before, I believe.
Yeah, they've been recommended by other people. Like I always like to get recommendations. I would like to bring in Fabia Pache, the veteran from AAA. She's a really good worker, and I know she can put something on. Nationally, Perazzo. I've been
Yeah.
checking the way she works, and there's other girls. Right now, I mean, I was really happy with Roxy. We're
Mhm.
definitely gonna have Chrissy Jane back. Hopefully we can add to that.
Definitely. And so how many women in the tournament? You don't know yet?
I don't know yet, and it's more of a matter. I want to see how good we can do with the women's division, and then go from there. And then we'll have actual tournament, or maybe we do it in one night. Maybe we do a women's Royal Rumble and crown a champion.
Okay. I'm down. Seems like it's going to be amazing. I mean, the belt looked amazing as well. So,
The first Galli championship ever was done in a Royal Rumble, so that was maybe we'll do the same thing for the women's.
okay. That sounds amazing. That sounds awesome. I can't wait. I'm on board for that. And I'm just saying, for you, what made the decision to really put emphasis on the women's division? What did you see recently?
No, I mean, I think I kind of fell asleep on that over the last few years because we had
Yeah.
a lot of girls, well, not a lot of girls, but a few girls training with when the freelance underground school used to be in Galli in like
Right.
the same building. So I mean, I got to see Kylie Ray come out of there, Elena Black come out of there, and at the time we really had no women, so it was like I kind of fell asleep on, putting it out there. And then we ended up getting the young girls start coming in to train with like Lady Tigres and Leslie, and they've stuck around and like made it a point where you have to bring in women. And then Paloma
Right.
started showing up as a valet, but she was here all the time. Like, okay, now we got three. Let's go off for that.
Yes.
A couple years ago, Limania, it looked like we were gonna start taking off with that. We had Shotzi, Kylie came in for a couple of shows, and like, okay, now let's start doing it. But then the pandemic came, and we went back to square one. So
Right.
so I mean, it's been kind of in the works, but it's never taken off. But now, hopefully, put it this way, the belt was kind of a way to push me and others to take the women's wrestling to another level at Galli.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen like, the success of like the Shimmer promotion, but so many women have came through there. And Mercedes Martinez, I'm sure that's someone you'd love to have
Yeah,
for
anybody on the
Gallery.
Shimmer roster is worth having. That's all I can say.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
sure you're happy that Mercedes is back, right?
yeah. We're she was like one of the top girls before that. I think some of them are not properly used, but we can all make opinions. I get opinions from
Right.
what I do. It's easy when you're not on the inside. But that's we're definitely going to be looking at some of the Shimmer women. When Rise was around, we were getting ready to start doing stuff with them, and then they closed down because I had a good
Right.
relationship with the owner.
Hmm. For sure. And then what did you think of Manny winning the first match? Like, do you see a lot of star potential in Manny Cortez?
Manny's got. I mean, he's been coming along. He's wrestled, so he's gotten a chance to work with some of the names. I think that's really helped him, and it's a
Yeah.
matter of him just relaxing and becoming himself. I mean, he's got a little bit of a following. Um, he's definitely going to get a little bigger. Uh,
Yes.
and I see good things with him, and he's one of the most loyal guys I have.
Yeah, I hate to talk, touch on this, but there's a man that obviously you have personal vendetta with, and he tried to come in and just ruin everything. And that's,
Who is it?
his Bandolero.
Oh, Bandito. Oh.
Yeah,
He,
so
he's not just a
anything you
pain
can
in
tell
my
us
ass. He's
about
a
that?
pain.
Like, how
He's a
did he
pain
get
in.
in there?
The thing is, I think it's time for the fans to see like what he showed his real side.
Right.
The fans have been loving him for years. I think he finally showed his real side. He turned on the fans at Galli Mania, which nobody expected it. But as part of the deal, I gotta face him. I kind of what do you call it? I kind of called it out too quick. I need time to get in shape. I hadn't done anything in years,
Right.
so we originally pushed it back till November 21st. But business comes before pleasure because it's going to be a pleasure to kick his ass.
Right.
November 21st, we ended up getting the opportunity to debut in Goshen, Indiana. So that
Oh,
takes
okay.
priority. That match has to take place at home where everybody can see it.
Yeah, and talk
So,
about that expanding. I know you had talked about that previously. You're going to be in Goshen, Indiana. You also are going to be in a couple other places, right?
Yeah, well, right now, after
Davenport?
Melrose Park, we're in Goshen, Indiana on November 21st. Then we're in Davenport, Iowa
Yes.
on December 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And just so everybody knows, we're working on Milwaukee right
Okay.
now. Anything that's within the 3-hour distance, we're looking at right now. Trying to
Nice.
stay in the Midwest.
How do you decide on these markets? Like, what do you do?
It really depends on the Hispanic market. Goshen has
Mhm.
always been, and it's been my what do you call it, in our telescope, or however you want to call it, in
Okay.
the view. It so happens I've developed a kind of I'm not going to say friends, because we just know I started talking to him a couple years ago, the guy who runs nightclubs, and he's been offering me every nightclub he runs, and it just
Okay.
so happens one of them is Goshen, Indiana, so that came up. And when he showed me the building, it's perfect for wrestling, high ceilings, and Goshen's always been a good wrestling market, and that's the one of the things. When we go to areas where there's a high Hispanic population and they don't get a lot of entertainment, that's the ones you want to hit sometimes.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Davenport, people don't realize it's got a big Hispanic population, but the Lucha Libre has never been there. And
Mhm.
the way how they were excited for us to come, the River Center is an amazing building. I mean, we're going to be working in arenas we never thought of. So
Nice.
the River Center is right downtown Davenport. We're getting the support from the boxing promoter out there that I met. He's excited about Lucha Libre coming. He's helping me promote the show. So I expect to be a success. With Goshen, we got Goshen, Elkhart, South Bend, all that area is unfamiliar to us, but I think we can do really good there. We're looking at that. Milwaukee, obviously, is a big Hispanic market. Lucha Libre hasn't been there in 3-4 years. So
Definitely.
we're looking at those markets and see what we can do. We can bring something to the table. I
Yeah.
mean, we waited a long time to do the big shows. I think it's time to step up. We're never going to leave home, which is our little studio in Villa Park,
Hmm.
but it's time to do the little trips here and there.
Yeah. We're excited to see it, and talk about more about Galli 500. What this show means to you.
Well, you know what? Everybody asks me that, and it's not like it. I never expected to run 500 shows. That
Right.
was just, to be honest with you, when I got close to 300, that's when I actually started counting.
Hmm.
Because I'm like, we've been doing this forever. Let me go back, and I went and counted every poster. Because
Right.
I got every poster from day one.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's how I ended up. And then that's when we did Galli 300, and we actually gave it the look of that movie 300. If you
Right.
look at the Galli 300 poster, it looks just like it. And that's where we actually started literally counting every show, was when we got close to 300. And then before you knew it, like, oh my God, we're only a few shows from 500. It's like, I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I don't think I mean, I'm not going to be bragging, but I don't think there's ever been an independent company that's done that.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
crazy.
there's like a non-TV company, put it that way.
Right. No, there hasn't. Not many run that many shows like you do.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting, and the card turned out bigger than I thought. So let's go for it.
Yeah. What matches are you excited for the most? Like, which one would you say is the most exciting
Well, the
match?
Psycho Clown, obviously, versus La Empresa, we haven't announced yet who's going to be his tag partners.
Okay.
It's going to be a 3-on-3. One match locally that I'm excited about, and I think a lot of the Chicago faithful are going to be looking forward to, is Messias versus Storm Grayson. I mean, this is going
Okay.
to be Storm's
Nice.
what do you call it? Test of fire.
Hmm.
I think, in my own opinion, I think that's got to be the biggest name he's ever faced. Like, this is a
Yeah.
worldwide guy. That I'm looking forward to that. The match with Iguana is going to be tagging with Dante Martin versus Aramis and Addis. That should be off the hook.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we got the one with Ricky versus Vandolero. I guess it's like the 4th or 5th time, but this time it's going to be all out. It's going to be every false count anywhere.
Nice.
No disqualification. So hopefully this will be the end of the rivalry.
Yeah.
What other one we got on the table right now? Oh boy, I gotta think. Our new high flying team, Manny Cortez, Torero, and Yauco, are gonna face the base gods. That you should see a lot of high flying action from the up and
Yes.
coming guys.
Yeah, I'm excited for
I
that one.
honestly think from top to bottom, the match is going to be great. You got to come. Sky Blue's going to be tagging with Leslie versus Paloma and Lady Tigres. All I can tell is the Galli fans, get out here, because every match could be the last one you see Sky, because she's taking off.
No, she is. Yeah, she's doing amazing work, and obviously we've seen her on AEW, we've seen her in NWA. So yeah, come on out, and I think that's what you guys do at Galli. You bring the action closer for the fans. The fans see all these stars, they see them on TV, but when you go in person, it's a whole different experience, right?
Right. I mean, there's nothing like watching it in person. Some people can't believe the cards I brought to Villa Park, because I mean, it's basically a little room that fits 200 people, and we brought like pay-per-view cards over there.
Yes, yeah, I know. I remember so
I
many
mean,
great
last year we
ones.
did Galimania with 120 people. We still had Messias, Aramis, Ares, and all those guys, where people couldn't believe it. Trago, Aerostar, all these guys that they see on TV or in the internet. Obviously, right now you don't get TV from Mexico, but and right now with the some issues going on with AAA and Lucha Underground, you can't even watch them on YouTube. So the chance to watch the AAA guys is come to Galli.
Definitely. And I mean, you got to be excited for that. I mean, things are going to be heating up there. And talk about the venue. How'd you sell on the venue in Melrose Park?
Actually, that kind of fell on my lap, because we were looking for a place. We were originally supposed to do Cicero Stadium. The only thing I can say is it left me a bad taste. I had the date and they gave it to somebody else. So I had to find a new venue. Originally, we were thinking about going back to Addison, where we kind of started back in 2007. I think we had like 150 shows the first 2 years there, or the first 3 years, at Addison Community Center. Problem being is they kept delaying the contract. The dressing rooms are kind of small. And then to make matters worse, there's construction right on the same street. So I'm like, it's going to be hard enough for people to find it. Right. And we were talking to the Odeum, and they were taking like a while because they needed to decide whether it was worth it. And out of the blue, the opportunity came up for Walther Academy. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen, but they opened the doors and said, "You're welcome to come in." I went to check it out, and the place is made for having a big show. If everything goes as planned, that should be our home for the big shows every couple months.
Okay. Congrats on that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's how that came. And the fact that it was in Melrose Park was a no-brainer, because if people remember, beginning of 2019, we moved the Galli Arena to Melrose Park for like 4 or 5 months. I think we were there for 4 months. I'm trying to remember, 4 or 5 months. But that was like our biggest draws, was at Melrose Park. So just the fact that it's in the same town, it's always been a good draw. In 2010, 11, we were running in Melrose Park for 9 months straight, almost every week, and we always drew. So it's always been a good town for us.
Definitely. What do you think of the Bandito doing a GCW? Is this open the door possibly that you could bring Bandito back in?
Well, definitely. I mean, I might as well tell you, Flamita and Ray Otis are signed for coming soon.
Okay.
So
nice.
Bandito can follow. We'll be following pretty soon.
Yeah,
I got a really great relationship with all 3 of them.
Okay, that's great, and
yeah,
you got to be excited just to that he's actually doing shows besides being tied down to one company.
Yeah, they're all going free at the end of the year, so.
Right.
They're allowed to take. I think they're allowed to take bookings now too. Well, they are, because I booked Ray Otis' last show, and Ray Otis and Flamita are coming back pretty soon.
Nice. So these are definitely names that people are going to be checking out more often in Galli.
Definitely, we had a regular working relationship with them before they were signed, and it was always good, and I think it's going to continue.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And for everybody, any other shows you want to promote that's upcoming, let us know. I know you always do a Christmas show.
Well, we're going to have Galli's Navidad, but we'll have announcements on who's coming to that show. I like to wait because I don't want to spoil. Right. I don't want to spoil, people are saying, well, why don't we wait till that one? Which I doubt, Galli 500 is going to stand on its own, but I don't want to interfere with it right now.
I got you for sure. And so we definitely got you at the end of November, and then you'll be back.
Galli's Navidad is on December 12th. We're just not going to announce who's coming yet.
Right. I got you for sure. But I mean, it's
good. We have our toy drive on December 19th.
Okay. Great, man. I'm glad to hear that. And any way we can help here at Pro Wrestling Force, so let us know.
Yeah, those just help us promote. We could collect toys for the orphanage at oh boy, I'm gonna look like an idiot. I can't remember the name of the orphanage right now. It's in displays.
Definitely.
So
Oh, that's great.
So I mean that's about it. But right now we're gonna focus on promoting. Well, actually, this weekend, if people want to come check it out, we're gonna have a kind of a fan appreciation student night. Some of the students, actually CSW students, are gonna be coming. Galli students and some of the regulars.
Oh, nice. Is that
It'll be at 3:00. It's a free show to the public, $5 for front row. So that's if somebody wants to come hang out this Saturday, some of the guys will be there. Bandolero actually confirmed, Matomicos confirmed, Manny Cortez, Torero, a lot of the regulars, and you'll see some of the students, and that'll lead into Galli 500, which, like you said, we already have 9 matches planned for that show, and every one of them is going to be worth it. So. And people can buy tickets online and go to Ticket Leap. We're putting links all over the place. But I'm looking forward to it. Front and second row are almost sold out. Bleachers, we've made it, affordable to everybody. Bleachers are only $15.
nice? Well, everybody check it out. Galli 500 coming November 7th. Walther Academy High School. Make sure to be there in Melrose Park, and make sure to hit up Carlos Galli for tickets. Obviously, like you said, Ticket Leap, and also you got your Facebook page, and you always do a nice podcast with Atomico, so everybody can check that out weekly.
It's Tuesday. It's in Spanish, but if you go on and you need us to do Spanglish, we'll mix it up.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you guys are always definitely busy here at Galli, man. We definitely see, what you guys got your hands into, and it's amazing.
All right. Well, I always appreciate you guys having us on the show and helping us push the company. So always have the doors are always open for you guys at Galli.
We appreciate it, and we also have a short interview with Mil Mertes coming soon.
That's good.
Yeah, so we'll release that soon, and definitely plug the next show.
Sounds good.
All right, Carlos, I appreciate you being on Pro Wrestling Enforcer today.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me, like always, and always whenever you need me, I'm available.
Okay, take care, brother, and everybody check out Galli 500 November 7th.
Good night.
Good night. Take care.